So let me grab the final documentation example. So this is my artist statement. As you can see, I used headings to be able to create this kind of table of contents. So here's my artist statement, what I kind of wanted, what I set out to do, why I chose the things that I chose, and what are the items that I photoshopped, and what are the items that I created in Illustrator. All right, so that's that. Resource attribution just basically goes through each layer, and as you can see, this one says watercolor. If I go back here and I go to my layers, there's a layer called watercolor, and it's this item right here. So I know exactly where that item is in my Photoshop file, and I can see where it came from, and how I used it, right, as part of the background texture of project. Cool. Same thing with this, right? This was an image. The image was taken by of myself, taken by Ms. Harvey. Where did I find it? When did I get it? What did I name it? In my Photoshop file, it's right here under Trish, right? So, and then like Google Fonts. So I grabbed the graduate font from Google Fonts. These guys I found on my computer. These little brain icons I made. Oops, sorry. Brain icons I made. And that's where they were found and when they were made and so on and so forth. How did I use it? I used it as icons for each criteria. Okay? So, all right. Next thing I want to talk about is the student learning statement. These are based off of the Lincoln Graduate rubric, which is found in the classroom. I'll show you where that's at. So right here in important information, see where it says Portrait of a Lincoln Graduate. There are 3 different rubrics. I want you to use one. Mr. Pasquale may want you to use something else, or you know, one or more of these. I told him that I was going to have you guys do one. So, as you can see here, we've got craft questions, generate solutions, analyze evidence. That's what these guys are, craft questions, generate solutions. The third one is analyze evidence, etc., etc. So, what I did was I thought about, what kind of projects I do, and then, how I go about them, right? So the thing that I learned is this little summary. Asking the right questions are important for finding solutions that work for your specific problem. So you want to be able to ask good questions in order to get good answers. That just makes sense, right? So you can use something like the summary, or you can use like bullet points for your examples of evidence, what you learned. For me, I just basically created this little summary, and if you'll note on my Photoshop file, under craft questions, that's the same verbiage, the same words as they are in here. There should be some kind of a connection between your student learning statement and your infographic. There can be there's a lot of variations in all of that. I'm gonna leave that to you. And if I have questions, of course, I will come and I will talk to you about it. So that's how this works. If we look at the rubric, right, here's the criteria, crafting questions, identifies a clear. You guys are probably going to reference a history project in order to answer this section or this criteria. And I'm leaving it to you for however you want to do this. This is just the solution I came up with for myself, right? You may have a different solution that works better for you. That's up to you. That's why we're artists. That's why we're designers. We make choices, and then we talk about like defending our solutions, right? Design is all about choice. Have an answer for why you made this choice, why you did what you did. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you at school. Happy rendering, everybody.